Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's go! Let's go!
Green 18.
6. Check.
Rodgers now on first down. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Now Rodgers. He finds Matthews. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
What do you need?
58, the money.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Shit.
Gun.
Shit. Watch twist. Watch that.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Elliott. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On first down, Rodgers. And Matthews makes the grab. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Eluding the pressure right, and that's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tim Williams with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Harris to return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Elliott. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
I'm going back to you.
20.
Check 50.
8. Express.
Here's Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Man left.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Complete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Tim Williams gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Charles, 54 yards, I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
20.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep down into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To the 50.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off play action. Newton. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
319.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 3. We got 3.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Newton. He's got his tight end Fant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Newton. He's got his big tight end Fant. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But
and that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bucs take over.
Let's go,
1st and
baby.
10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Callaway on the return. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go to Elliott again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Great. Check right. Watching you.
Out of the gun, Newton. That one completes Elliott. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
And the Giants' first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
20.
Throwing is Newton. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run 8. Switch.
Hey, switch gears. Sponge.
8. Check 31.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Hey, watch the slant.
From the red zone now, Newton. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
18-yard line.
Ready? Go 180. Go 58's the mic.
Newton to throw. This is the tight end Fant. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
What we got? 58's the best.
Newton throwing again. Dancing to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 4-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get ready. Get ready.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Matthews. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Open man, it's Stocker. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch that in. Tight end's right.
On play action, Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got a little play. And the officials instructed that if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them play out.
And forces 4th down. Rodgers is going to go for 4th down. And they'll run. Rodgers lost the football. And the Jets have it. It's picked up. It's returns his field to the 47-yard line.
It is good.
Following the fumble recovery. Looking deep for Gabriel. It's caught at the 10. It's a big-time play for the Jets. 41 yards. Charles, you talk so much about changing plays. There's one right there. You get your turnover and
So we got a man coverage right here. Cover 2 man. Wasn't cover 2 man. This girl so damn crazy, bro. I was assuming shit, man. Stupid assholes. Yes, he do.
Set down a kick, hits it away, and I think it goes.
There she go. I swear. What you think about it, man? Are you not testing me? Oh my god. This hoe is crazy. Come on now, Tony. Damn, bro, my nigga got hurt. That makes some sense. Defense looking pretty solid. Got him. You on that. Come on. Damn, bro. Right there. So you might got PAD parts right here. No. Kill that man. He gonna think. That's right, boy. I picked you up for a reason. He said he won't smoke with me. We gonna get him knocked out. Damn, I forgot it. Ooh, this is cover 2. This is cover 2. I love this shit. This is cover 3. Ooh, what you doing, boy? Shoot you. I didn't even know he was gonna be open like that. I'ma take a street fight for me. Oh, they try to slow down. Niggas keep trying to show them they can't touch. E-bar shit. Z all the way down, man. Son of the devil. Definitely bad. She said she want her savage. She call me daddy. PAD box. Nope. Slant. Ah! Who the fuck am I lying? Tony Jefferson over there. Tony Jefferson, bitch ass. God damn, man. Fucking DB, you can't put it in the box? Let him think it's sweet. I'm a street nigga, I keep me a heat in my money to beat. I'm smoking on every fire, doing in the beat. She can get to do it, but this if I don't fuck with your people. Alright. I wanna send some pressure, man. Ah! Fuck. God damn, catch him. Slow motherfucker. Get the fuck out. Look, got my boy and everything. Big bitch, I'm a big dog. Quick crowd. Matt. Ain't worried about no motion. Man, y'all let this old motherfucker run out the goddamn pocket. I be damn. Shit don't make no damn sense. Crazy. Damn. He ain't trying to have no fucking quarterback spot on his old ass. Give me that. Pull up by yourself out them fuck with your pizza. Bang some back. I got good aim on strap. Didn't get wet. Alright. Like, fuck. 10 for 2. 10 for 2 there it is, baby. He open. He gonna stay on him. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Damn, you making the state look bad, man. Alright. I don't think he'll run it, so I'm gonna just say, oh shit, that nigga ran. Oh! Who that is, Ramsey? Good job, boy. There we go, right here, 4th and goal. He's going for it. There we go. I fucked up. I'm finna send some pressure. I'm gonna make sure they okay. When you could just man up, what? Oh shit, he trash. That right, boy? That right, boy? Who that is? Big Brown. And I gotta give Zeke a touchdown, man. Zeke, that's bad. Come on, Zeke. What the fuck? Zeke, we just some fucking you today. Shit. Come on, man. We got the cutback. It's open. We got the cutback. Oh, there's no. I'm gonna run the play he been trying to run. What that dad got? I've been peeping that shit. I hate we don't. I need you to set the bait. Right. He gonna bait on you. It's wide up. It's wide up. Yeah, he stand on you, boy. I knew people gonna drop that shit. Soft ass shit. What are you doing? You need to go in there. No, I don't want it. Give me that. Make me bust trying to be down ass nigga. Wanna be them boy old pound ass nigga. Bad game. Bad game. Like Nick Saban say, this a bad game for us. Victory don't mean nothing. Bad fucking game. We got an empty look. He probably gonna scope it. That what that defense for? Yes, sir. Got Rams over there, boy. Alright, I'm a man. Look at man right here. Dang, come on, man. Shit, I knew he was going to. All behind young boy, I'm gonna stretch some. Man, if y'all don't get his old ass, come on, man. We supposed to have like 10 sacks already, man. I can get that? I can't get that, huh? Oh, good. Who the fuck is Brian anyway? Alright, he finna think square wide open. Boom! You better think twice. Oh, my son. And Rams are looking mighty good. I can make a thing about it. Man, if you don't get your bitch ass back here and try to score that hole, man, look what you did, bro. Damn, running from the ball. We finna score. We finna score right here. We call it dead room. To the sky, my nigga dead and gone. Alright, what we got? Ross, what you got for me, Ross? There you go, big baby. There you go, big baby. Must have lost his mind. I made that play from scratch right there. Yes, sir. Same time, other raise. I say about it. Tell them I don't know about it. Bitch, I'm thinking fuck that shit. I don't let you swing that talking. So one time when you bite the best, that when you niggas down. Alright, we got single back dudes. 13. Crash that inside of woo! 10 rushes a negative 1 yard. That look mighty damn good right there, D. Oh, this guy, he ain't gonna run another play. We gonna man that shit up then. We gonna, there she goes. She strike again. Oh, we good over here. We manned up. Looking might. Oh, look at that. That bullshit happened. Bullshit.